The music had already started. Fathers proudly walked onto the brightly decorated school gym floor, each holding the hand of a smiling little girl. Laughter echoed beneath colorful balloons as cameras flashed and teachers applauded. But in the far corner, a 6-year-old girl sat alone on a folding chair, hugging her tiny white shoes against her chest, so no one would notice the tears rolling down her cheeks. When a visiting CEO gently asked why she wasn't dancing, she looked up with trembling eyes and whispered, "It's the father-daughter dance and I'm alone." The words pierced his heart. Without saying another word, the billionaire stood up, offered her his hand, and changed not only her afternoon, but the course of both their lives forever. If you believe kindness is stronger than wealth, compassion changes lives, and every child deserves to feel loved, please like this video, leave a meaningful comment, share it with someone who needs encouragement today, and subscribe to our channel for more emotional stories that remind us what truly matters. At 48 years old, Christopher Langford had built one of the country's largest technology companies from a tiny rented office. Magazines celebrated his success. Investors admired his vision, and employees respected his honesty. Yet behind every achievement was a quiet sadness few people knew about. Christopher had been married for 12 wonderful years before losing his wife, Amelia, to a sudden illness. They had dreamed of becoming parents, decorating a nursery, and filling their home with laughter. But life had taken a different path. After Amelia's passing, Christopher buried himself in work, donating millions to children's charities because helping young lives gave him a sense of purpose his success never could. One sunny Saturday afternoon, Christopher accepted an invitation to Maple Ridge Elementary School as the guest of honor for its annual Family Appreciation Day. His foundation had recently funded a new library and computer lab, and the principal wanted the students to thank him personally. The school buzzed with excitement. Parents carried flowers and balloons. Teachers hurried from classroom to classroom making sure every detail was perfect. Children proudly showed handmade cards to their families. Christopher greeted everyone warmly, smiling as he watched fathers helping daughters straighten ribbons in their hair before the special dance began. As the opening song filled the gymnasium, he noticed someone missing from the celebration. Near the back wall sat a little girl wearing a beautiful blue dress. Her name was Lucy Harper. Unlike every other child, she remained seated with her head lowered. Christopher quietly walked over and knelt beside her. He gently asked whether she was feeling unwell. Lucy shook her head. Then she whispered the words that would stay with Christopher forever. "It's the father-daughter dance, and I'm alone." Christopher looked around. Every other little girl held someone's hand. Some danced with fathers, others with grandfathers or uncles. Lucy sat completely by herself. She explained that her father had been a firefighter who lost his life while rescuing a family from a warehouse fire 2 years earlier. Her mother worked weekends as a nurse and couldn't leave the hospital because several emergency surgeries had been scheduled that afternoon. Lucy told Christopher she wasn't angry. She simply wished she could dance one time like everyone else. Christopher felt tears forming. He remembered all the dreams he and Amelia had shared about raising a daughter. Slowly he stood up. He offered Lucy his hand. He asked whether she would allow him the honor of sharing the dance with her. Lucy looked surprised. Then she smiled, for the first time that afternoon. The moment they stepped onto the dance floor, conversations quietly stopped. Parents recognized Christopher immediately. Some thought it would last only a few seconds, for photographs. Instead, he treated the dance as though nothing else existed. He matched Lucy's tiny steps. He laughed when she accidentally spun the wrong direction. He applauded every time she smiled. Soon the little girl who had entered the gym believing she was forgotten was laughing louder than anyone else. By the time the music ended, many parents were wiping tears from their faces. The principal quietly captured a photograph showing Lucy standing on Christopher's shoes as they danced together. Within days, the image spread across newspapers and social media. People praised Christopher for his kindness. When reporters asked why he had done it, he simply answered that no child should ever feel invisible during a moment meant to celebrate love. Several days later, Christopher received a handwritten letter. It came from Lucy's mother, Rebecca. She apologized for missing the dance and thanked him for giving her daughter a memory she would treasure forever. Christopher invited Rebecca and Lucy to lunch at the school library his company had funded. There he learned how difficult life had become after Rebecca lost her husband. She worked long shifts, struggled with child care expenses, and worried she wasn't giving Lucy the childhood she deserved. Christopher admired her determination. Instead of offering charity, he created a scholarship program for children of first responders who had lost their lives while protecting others. Lucy became the first recipient. The program quickly expanded across the country, helping hundreds of families facing similar hardships. Christopher often visited scholarship events. Every time he saw children laughing together, he quietly thanked Amelia in his heart for teaching him that love grows stronger when it is shared. Years passed. Lucy excelled in school. Inspired by her father's courage and Christopher's compassion, she dreamed of becoming a pediatric doctor. Christopher proudly attended every graduation, science fair, and scholarship ceremony she invited him to. He never tried to replace her father. Instead, he became a trusted mentor who reminded her that family is sometimes built through kindness rather than blood. On the afternoon Lucy graduated from medical school, she searched through the cheering crowd until she found Christopher sitting quietly near the back. Still wearing his familiar gentle smile, he applauded as she crossed the stage. After the ceremony, Lucy embraced him tightly. She thanked him for standing up when she believed no one ever would. She explained that one simple dance had given her hope during the darkest season of her childhood. Christopher smiled through tears. He finally understood that success wasn't measured by companies built or fortunes earned. It was measured by lives changed through moments of compassion. Before this story comes to an end, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a small act of kindness that stayed with you for years? Please leave a meaningful comment below because your story may inspire someone else to show compassion when it's needed most. As another warm afternoon sunlight filled Maple Ridge Elementary years later, fathers and daughters once again danced beneath colorful balloons. This time, thanks to Christopher's foundation, every child without a parent present was paired with a caring volunteer, so no one would ever sit alone again. Watching the laughter fill the gymnasium, Christopher realized that the greatest investment he had ever made wasn't in technology or business. It was in making sure every child knew they mattered. Sometimes all it takes to change a life is one outstretched hand, one shared dance, and one person willing to stand up when everyone else remains seated. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, leave a meaningful comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another emotional journey. Remember, the smallest act of kindness can become the biggest memory in someone else's life, and the love we give away has a way of lasting forever.